Anderson to the board. Um, he's already been working. I put him on the finance committee. We met yesterday, so throwing him right in the middle of it. And I think some of you know Jules or know of him, and certainly a well-established businessman. And, been on boards and leadership positions on a number of nonprofits, and so. It'll be a tremendous asset. Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Okay, the agenda. Have the agenda before you. Are there any changes to the agenda? If not, then there's no objection. They'll stand approved as presented. Finance Committee report. And Allison, I think you're.
I'm going to take the reins on this today. Thank you.
Minutes. Minutes.
We
No
did
minutes
this
from the last.
special session, so we'll do that at the next regularly scheduled meeting. It's a special meeting. We don't.
Trying to do my job.
Good
reflex.
no,
Good
appreciate
reflex.
it. Good, absolutely. Yes, it's a special meeting. So, okay. So the budget. We had a very robust meeting with Finance Committee yesterday to go through the budget. Very closely, had a very good meeting there, and want to give you an overview of the budget. So last year, our projections were very conservative. It was a time with people were a little uncertain, and so we had pretty conservative projections last year. And had a very good year, and finished in a very strong place. And the last 3 or 4 months we've been pretty consistently up for most of 2026. So we're having a good year, a good calendar year this year. So we are projecting some moderate growth with our revenue, our admissions, our ticketing revenue. We are expecting those things to continue to grow at a moderate pace, and we have two areas in particular that we really are expecting to see some pretty significant continued growth. Our lease revenue is continuing to grow, as it was the plan with our enabling legislation. So our lease revenue is really solid and growing, and then this last year our events revenue really popped up in a dramatic fashion, and we anticipate that will continue to happen. Events in Charleston, and all that goes on around Charleston and the event space. There's a lot going on. We're getting more and more calls for more and more events and bigger events, and we think that will continue to improve. So we are projecting for our budget projection for our operating and lease revenues just under the 14 million. In our operating expenses, expenditures staying pretty consistent on that as well. You do see our salaries and contributions are going up a little bit. That has to do with we had several positions that were vacant this year, that people moved to other positions, and some director level positions that were open, so that impacted our operating expenses in a positive way. But we are looking to fill those positions in the upcoming year. So that's really the largest difference that you'll see there, is a reflection of those positions that we're continuing to grow. We are not adding any new positions. I think that what really is impacting the budget, the overall budget this year, are special projects. So we've got 2 different types of special projects. I will talk about the special projects that are built into the budget, $333,000, and it really breaks into 4 different categories in our special projects, and that is on page 3 if you're following along in the budget. So relocation of our gift shop. So we know that we are building a temporary landside facility, that we are to be out of the gift shop. So we are relocating the gift shop. That is one of our permanent improvement projects. But we have some things that we do have to do in-house to prepare for that. So that includes the sunsetting of the existing gift shop building, the site prep that's outside of the scope of work of the contractors for the relocation for the gift shop. Vietnam support base upgrades and maintenance. We're making some pretty significant changes to the Vietnam base. That's part of that. And then the flagpoles, you'll see the flagpoles on the property, they need to be removed and relocated. The next section that we are doing in special projects is security and safety upgrades. And that is the new cameras. This was directed by our security committee. Our camera system has not been, it's time for a technology upgrade. So we are doing a very thorough reboot of our camera systems. Technology has come a long way since we've been doing those. Also, our radios. Radios are a real challenge here with especially below decks, and as our team is working below decks and tanks, there's no radio contact. So we learned when the remediation team was here, we learned about a radio system that is impervious to goes right through our steel walls. So we are looking to completely upgrade our radios. It's a big expenditure, but worth it for both security and safety. IT, we have some major IT upgrades that we need to do, data center power enhancements and server replacements, and we are required to do those to maintain our level of connectivity. And then finally, the museum master plan. While the Yorktown Foundation will be doing the fundraising for exhibits and upgrades in the hangar bay, our team will be doing some more of the logistical related pieces of that. So one of the big projects that we've talked about is the second deck, being able to make our second deck wheelchair accessible. That was the committee and the board were very excited about that possibility, so we've built that into the upcoming FY27 budget to make the second deck wheelchair accessible. The hangar bay painting, you guys have followed along with that over the year. It's been hugely impactful. We want to continue with that project. The island superstructure repaint. It, again, just cleaning up the ship, making her look great, and hydrocoat on the flight deck. And that falls under the museum master plan. So those special projects total $333,000. And of course, you're all well aware of our permanent improvement project. So we had anticipated a little bit higher expenditure in FY26. But with the scheduling, it didn't really fall out that way, so a lot of that is going to happen in our FY27 budget. That is the Yorktown permanent repairs. We have paid quite a bit of that has been paid in 26, but there is some that remains to be paid in the 27 budget. Pier repairs, the majority of that has fallen into the FY27 budget. The landside retail budget, the landside retail village, and the Laffey dry dock and maintenance, which we had anticipated those in this budget to begin with. So that gives us a total budget expenditures of $19,159. 19 million. Sorry, wouldn't that be nice? $19,159,689. And that is, I know, a very quick overview, and I'm happy, and Nick and Chris we can answer any questions that you've had. I'm presenting this, but Nick did the lion's share of the work on all of this and presented to the Finance Committee yesterday the detailed breakdown.
Is there a motion from the Finance Committee?
Yes, sir. We had just talking about the Finance Committee. That was a long meeting yesterday. I had a lot to go through, but the Finance unanimously recommends approval of the budget as presented for fiscal year 2027.
Second. So there's no need for a second since
Second.
it's a committee resolution.
So yeah.
Thanks. Are there any questions, comments?
Thank you for doing that.
It was a long one. I thank them for all their hard work to put all this together.
Nick, hats off to
We
Nick.
really went through it. It was about an hour and a half meeting yesterday. So
That was pretty fast for all that.
yeah.
Good meeting.
Thank you
Nick
for
and
doing
Chris
that.
are just
Guys online, any questions, thoughts?
No questions. No, sir, Mr. Chairman. Yeah, thank you. Very familiar with where we are. Appreciate all the work everybody's done. Thank you.
I think we need to go ahead and vote before anybody changes their mind. All in favor of the budget for 2027 signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed, there's no opposition, it's unanimous. Thank you very much, and thank you
Thank
to
you
the
so
staff
much.
for, and I especially want to thank them for putting this together quickly. And, they were originally slated to present this at the June meeting, which is 2 more weeks. I asked them to have it ready for this one, so
Nick did an
They did a
amazing
great
job
job.
getting
They
that
did a
together.
great
He's going to
job.
go home and go to
thanks
sleep.
so much. Are there any public comments? I don't think we have any public there. Hearing none, the chair will entertain a motion to move into executive session to discuss contractual matters related to the PPDA property and museum operation.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and second. All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed, there's no opposition. We'll move into executive, and we'll just, if it's all right with everybody, we'll just roll right in, okay? Since we
What keeps going
No,
on? Like somebody's in the house.
We have, we're out of executive session. There were no votes taken. Move on to other business. Is there a motion? Mr. Riggins?
Yes, sir. The Lafayette loan payoff, we'd like to pay that off. So the Finance Committee unanimously makes a recommendation to pay the remainder of the Lafayette loan and interest in full by June 30th, 2026, contingent upon the success of the AFG transfer.
No need for a second since it's a committee resolution. Or is there any discussion? If not, all in favor of paying the Lafayette loan in this fiscal year, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
It's unanimous. Okay, Charleston Harbor.
They're cheering for it.
They're
They're
cheering
cheering
for
for it.
Let's go.
Hear the cheers. There's a big cheer.
Cheers for the payoff.
Well, you remember the documents you signed yesterday guaranteeing more money, right? Mr. Riggins, you have another motion regarding a resolution about an undisclosed lender.
I'm gonna let my buddy over here do that.
Okay.
Yep.
I make the motion that we accept the following resolution. A resolution by the Patriots Point Development Authority, PPDA, approving the State of South Carolina State Physical Accountability Authority Division of Procurement Services intent to award an applicable contract document in connection with the solicitation for services for PPDA to an undisclosed vendor pursuant to a non-disclosure agreements and authorizing the chairman and the secretary to execute any and all applicable documents and instruments in connection therewith on behalf of the Patriots Point Development Authority.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, if there is all in favor of the resolution, signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed?
Aye.
It's
You got
6-1.
I think he
In
said
favor.
aye.
He said
Oh,
aye.
I thought that was a
Yeah, yeah,
late.
yeah.
I thought he said it was just a late one.
It's an Irish
All right, so
aye.
it's unanimous.
Irish aye.
The Guinness one.
All right, we're-
Yeah, definitely unanimous. Slow on the unmute button.
My mistake. I'm sorry.
That's full.
Okay. Charleston Harbor Resort transfer of their leases to TPG and Suntex/Argo Marinas. Is there a motion to approve the transfer?
Well, there are actually three
Okay, got resolutions.
three resolutions. Would you like for me to read the title of one
Sure.
of them? All of them are the same, with just changing
Right.
the parcel. A resolution by the Patriots Point Development Authority approving the transfer to Argo SMI Charleston Harbor LLC, a Delaware limited liability company, of the lease agreement for parcel B1 between Patriots Point Development Authority and Charleston Harbor Holding Company, and authorizing the preparation, negotiation, and execution of such documents and instruments by the authority as are necessary or appropriate to complete such assignment, including but not limited to an assignment, assumption of lease agreement, a statement of landlord, and a transfer fee agreement, and authorizing the chairman or vice chairman and the secretary to negotiate and execute such documents and instruments on behalf of the authority. So that's one. You can do one at a
Yeah.
time.
Is there a
The motion.
is there a motion?
Motion.
Second.
It's been moved, seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. Is all in favor of
This is
this
B1.
resolution?
This is the resolution for B1.
B1 resolution transfer, signify by saying aye.
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 It's unanimous. Next resolution.
The next one would be the same title but substitute parcel A.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
And second. Been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All in favor of the resolution to permit the transfer of parcel A, signify by saying aye.
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 It's unanimous. Resolution 3.
The third one is for parcels B, C, and D, and it's the same resolution.
Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second? Been moved and seconded. All in favor of, or is there any discussion? Not all in favor of transferring B, C, and D, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it, it's unanimous. Thank you very much. One more little thing. I received notice yesterday that Governor McMaster had appointed me chair. And so we're going to need to elect a vice chairman at the next meeting. So I just wanted to let you know that. Be thinking about it. Right now, the next meeting is July 17th. I don't see any need for our June meeting now. And I appreciate everybody coming back a couple of weeks and taking care of things. These are some of the most important things we've talked about in a long time here. I think all of them are going to be good for us.
Do you need to approve the budget?
Sure.
We did that.
We did that.
At the beginning.
We did
Before we
that.
went into executive session.
Yeah, we did that.
Okay, right, okay.
Okay. There's nothing else to come before the board.
I just have one
Ma'am.
commendation. I came on the ship for the Memorial Day for the Taps Across America and saw Chris there, and he did a nice TV interview and everything. It was just a nice day on the Yorktown, what we're here for, and I thought the staff did a great job.
Okay. So be thinking about a vice chair, and we'll see y'all in October. Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
October.
August.
July.
What did I say?
October.
Did I say October?